Chapter 1. When disasters strike in quick succession. A single swordsman fending off dozens of attackers at once. Such scenes, a staple of Japanese television shows and storytelling, are pure fiction. Chiba Shusaku, once the most famous swordsman in all Japan, used to say, "If I were surrounded by three sword fighters with some understanding of swordsmanship, I could never win." Asked what he would do if he faced three or more attackers, he replied, "Make a run for it." He would run for dear life, and only when a certain distance had opened between himself and his enemies would he turn and cross swords with whoever was first in line. When that one succumbed, he would take to his heels again before turning to dispatch the next. As he went on in this fashion, those bringing up the rear would eventually flee, he said. In life, disasters can and do strike in quick succession. Victims of natural calamities like earthquakes, typhoons, volcanic eruptions, and floods lose everything they have built up and are devastated. Illness, traffic accidents, forced separation, the loss of a loved one, anxiety over impending old age, worries over children, breakdowns in relationships. Such troubles rob us of a sense of purpose and leave us sinking in an ocean of sadness. Why am I so sickly? Why does disaster stalk me? Why can't I rise in the world? One comes to feel like a magnet for calamity. The urge arises to end it all and escape. The story is told of a foolish man who became thirsty and went in search of water. He came to a river of abundant fresh water, but made no move to drink a drop. When asked why not, he replied, "I'd give everything to drink my fill, but there's just too much water here. I could never drink it all. I don't know what to do." His listeners burst into laughter. Even if we cannot drink the river dry, we can drink enough to slake our thirst. When difficulties and disasters strike all at once, we need to deal with each one separately, doing what we can with full sincerity, reflecting that everything that happened to us is the result of seeds we ourselves have planted. Then we are likely to make an unexpected breakthrough. Okay, this is today's story. Yeah, in our lives, disasters and big problems strike us back to back, and we lose strength to live or to just to face them. Yeah, sometimes we feel depressed because we feel we are hopeless. We get despaired. That because we stop making actions, we stop making moving forward, and we just remain at the same place because we feel hopeless. But all the problems have their own solution. Yeah, once we think seriously about one single problem, I think we can find the cause-effect relationship of the problem, and then all we have to do is to remove the cause or to deal with the root cause. But as the Schwarzman says, we cannot deal with many attackers all at once. We cannot cope with many problems all at once. We have to deal one by one. That's how we can make a breakthrough. So yeah, we need patience because it takes time, and throughout this period, we have to endure a certain pain. But we need to be brave and courageous. Nothing is bigger problem than the life's crucial matter. Yeah, there is much bigger problem in life. So we can cultivate such wisdom as we grow older. That's the benefit of aging. Yeah, Buddha explained the universal suffering, 8 suffering, which is are universal, and one of them is suffering of aging. But aging has its own benefit. We become wise because we have overcome many obstacles in the past. And if we grow each time, if we make a strong decision, I will never repeat the same mistake again in the future. Then each problem becomes our opportunity to grow. So after many years, we will find ourselves much wiser than average people. So there's a Fraser-Day calendar. A person who repeats the same mistake twice is a fool. So yeah, making mistake once is okay, but we should make a strong decision. We should not make the same mistake again. In this way, we develop our wisdom, and yeah, it becomes easier to deal with life's problem in our later years. So yeah, this is how we go forward in our lives. Okay, so that's all for today's recitation meditation practice. Good job, everyone. See you next time and have a good evening.